I also saw on Isabella's Instagram that you guys were making asado, like grilled, like barbecue on set, which is very Uruguayan, Argentinian, that kind of area. And I wanted to know what you thought of
Oh my God, Fede did that, I think like a day or two before we started filming, and it was such a treat. He told me that he does this, like it's a tradition of his to do this before every one of his films. And it just speaks to like I think the kind of director and leader he is.
Life a la Latina presenta Socialiciando. Sí, socialiciando.
it. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I first want to start off saying I love the movie. Me and my family went to see it as soon as we could, and we just kind of fell in love with it. We're big horror buffs in the family.
Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. Thank you.
So, I mean, the movie's been out for a while, and they've had it's on streaming. It's about to be on Hulu. The dust is kind of settling, and I was kind of curious as to what sticks with you now, as opposed to when you were promoting it when the movie was coming out. What memories on set, something you took from the experience.
The most memorable experience will have to be bonding with my castmates on and off set. They were a real pleasure to work with. They're all so talented in their very unique ways. And I think this speaks to how well this film was casted. Everyone really, stepped into their role in a very natural way. And yeah, we were able to, there was so much give and take when doing those scenes, and Offset seeing like how each person is blossoming and growing, and dealing with the process of such an intense shoot.
And well, speaking of your fellow castmates, I think kind of that bond between all of you is part of what carries the film and what makes it so heartbreaking what happens to everyone by the end. So I kind of wanted to know if outside of working on the film together, you did anything to kind of build that bond that we see on screen because it felt so real.
A lot of movie nights, a lot of karaoke. Yeah, and just like wandering around the streets of Budapest and keeping each other company while we're also like, not all of us were too far away from home, because all the boys are based in UK, but yeah, like Archie's been in Budapest before filming Shadow and Bone, so like he really, and Tyler too in the film feels like the father figure of the group a little bit, and have Archie kind of reflect that in real life too, like telling us where to go, showing us the cool spots, and yeah, sharing his experiences of being in Budapest while filming his other projects.
That sounds great, and you could kind of see that he's the father figure in the movie, is the oldest one.
Sure.
But I also saw on Isabella's Instagram that you guys were making asado, like grilled, like barbecue on set, which is very Uruguayan, Argentinian, that kind of area. And I wanted to know what you thought of
Oh my God, Fede did that, I think like a day or two before we started filming, and it was such a treat. He told me that he does this, like it's a tradition of his to do this before every one of his films. And it just speaks to like I think the kind of director and leader he is. He very much takes care of the people that he's working with, and kind of honed this real like family warmth, community feeling because it's such a big set, we had like probably thousands of people working on it. And yeah, that was a really fun night and tasted so good.
Yeah, as a son of an Argentine myself, I grew up eating that stuff, and I'm always curious to see what people think. But something Fed did emphasize in his interviews was kind of an emphasis on practical effects and real sets.
Mhm.
And it shows in the film that I mean the sets look incredible and they feel lived in. And I know that you primarily have been a theater actor in the past, and I was kind of curious as to whether kind of having those real sets as opposed to maybe a green screen or kind of digital effects helped you do that transition?
Oh my God, it was so helpful because I didn't have to fake anything. It felt like I was still on stage. Because everything is built, everything in front of you, beside you, behind you. You trust that you stand there, and the camera goes on, and that picture by itself is enough to convey a feeling of where they are and what is about to happen. Yeah, that was really special to work on a film in such a way.
And were you a fan of the Alien franchise beforehand?
I actually was not very familiar with the Alien franchise before filming this, but now I am, and now I'm a huge fan. And Alien Resurrection, in my opinion, is the best one.
Wow, that is a hot take. I
Yes,
mean,
I know.
but I mean, as long as you're a fan, that's great. Um, but did you pick up any Spanish from Fede at all?
No.
Or Isabella? No?
No, no, I was like, yeah, it was so cool listening to them like talk to each other in their mother tongue because I also speak another language. I grew up speaking Chinese, and I know for myself, like during my time at NYU, when I could find Chinese collaborators, that it was something very special because, being an immigrant, you whenever someone shows up who can share that mother tongue with you, you kind of feel like you're bringing a little piece of home on your international, journey to try to make it in this industry.
Yeah, so I mean, what's up next for you? Because you made your kind of big screen, big role debut in a massive franchise. So I'm kind of curious, like, what's next? Where do you go from here?
Well, I have a film coming out next year. It's an indie film that we shot in Vancouver called The Chinatown Diner. I'm really excited about this one. It's kind of like the polar opposite of Alien Romulus, in that it's like there's no creatures, no one's dying, I don't think.
Oh no?
Oh, we'll have to see because it's been a long time. I don't know. I'm about to see a cut of it like in a couple weeks, and I'm so excited. And it was just such an incredible cast, and being able to like work in my own hometown, and being in home base, I would love to work more in Vancouver and be close to my family.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Eileen. Again, as I said, we loved the movie. We thought you and everyone else was incredible in it, and we can't wait to see what you have up next.
Thank you so much.